we on? Okay. Good evening. Yeah, this is it. We're at the end. So, as Nicole mentioned, my background is in VR and a lot of other technical things, and there's a lot of smart people in this room. So I'm going to shift to going from the mind and talking about heart stuff. So I created a thing called the Great Silence, which is essentially a global group synchronized meditation. And my inspiration was from this graphic novel I wrote based on Nikola Tesla called The Inventor. And there's a quote when I was researching, there's a quote he said that really resonated with me and stuck with me for a while. And I'm paraphrasing, it's listed up there, but it was something along the lines of, if the law of conservation of energy is true, which we know it is, then all the forces in the universe will cancel each other out to maintain balance and harmony. Therefore, the only thing left is thought. So a single thought can set the motion of an entire universe. So that's a powerful notion, at least it was for me. And as I thought about it over 5 years, it hit me that, a lot of our thoughts tend to cancel each other out if you look at thought from a frequency space, right? So our net thought effect is really incremental as far as our growth in consciousness as a species, as a collective. So what if we could get a bunch of people to sit in one space or sit together exactly at the same time, focus on the exact same intention? Could that create a more of an evolutionary shift in our ability to connect and consciously awaken together? So the Great Silence is designed to be what I call the largest social consciousness experiment in history, and essentially designed to have it be a 5-year program with 4 quarterly global synchronized meditations. So on seasonal changes, so the equinoxes and solstices. The goal of the end of the first year is to have 100,000 people sit together and meditate exactly at the same time on the same intention, and by the 5th year, 100 million. So our purpose is threefold. One is to serve as a research platform for universities and research institutions to see how we can measure the impact of single focus intentions and group flow states on our health, ourselves, our environment, and real-world events. 2, we're in the age of the autoimmune disorders, right? So how can this be used to reduce health risk and increase our ability to be joyful, happy, and compassionate? I'm an advisor to the X Prize Foundation, and one of the prizes we've been designing is around empathy and seeing how we could measure and actually enable more empathy in people. So there's work coming out in this as well. And then third is really to create a global group flow state and see what kind of impact that has. So September 24th, a few weeks ago, I worked with Unify. I don't know if Adil's here. Is Adil here? There he is. Unify, one of my partners in crime, and a few other organizations, including the UN. And we did a pilot where we ended up having over 1,200 cities and locations around the world that participate in this global group meditation, according to that map. So what that told me was, wow, people are really hungry for this. They're really looking not only to expand their ability to meditate, but also to feel that connection. So the feedback we got was more than just sitting in a group within the city they were, was knowing that there are tens of thousands of people around the world that were sitting exactly the same time and focused on the exact same intention. So the power of a group flow state. So in the spirit of that, I'd like to lead you all into a group silent flow meditation. And I'd like to start by asking everyone to first, let's all take a giant breath together. Let's do that 2 more times. Okay. One more for grounding. Okay, now I want to take a moment and just look around at all the people around you and assume that everyone in this room loves you. I'll repeat that. Assume everyone in this room loves you. Now close your eyes. We're going to sit for 5 minutes of silence and follow your breath. come back. Slowly open your eyes. And look around you one more time. And silently thank the people around you for participating in your flow. All right. May the rest of your evening be a wonderful one. Namaste.